Talk about Ayomiku's story and the events surrounding that, because I feel like that was like the beginning in some ways for you.
Yes, yes. So I believe very strongly like that when I have always been interested in helping other people, whether they're children or young people. And
Mm,
so I've always been interested in helping people. So what happened with Ayomekun was being a teacher and being able to identify the potential she has as a child that is gifted in the heart, beyond having been part of a regular classroom and then speaking with her and letting her know that, oh, you have a gift in the heart. It would be nice for you to have the mentors or mentoring session with me, probably if your parents allow that, and then we can scale up. So the goal was to help her grow her artistic talent. The goal was never to make you the president of Nigeria. No, the goal was not meant to stand in the hall full of past presidents of Nigeria. They were having all the camera facing. No, God didn't show me that. God didn't show us that. We were just focused on like the way we're having a conversation, those regular thing, the routine of just having a classroom engagement and mentoring and teaching and nurturing a talent and exposing her and taking her to places like moving from one gallery to the other, showing her to curators like, oh, look at this young girl. She's just 9 years old. She's just 10 years old. Look at some of the artworks that she's doing. It's been nice that you can help her maybe market some of her work, just teaching her on how to become a young entrepreneur. That was the goal. The goal was like helping her to empower and also to see value in being an artist. That regardless of whatever course you study, you can always stand out.
mm,
Whether you're a physician, whether you're an artist, whether you're an engineer, whether you're a banker, what is important is your attitude and how you do what you do. And most importantly, also because not many parents will actually want their children to become artists because people feel like, oh, artists are never to do well individuals. Artists are art. Oh, they are roadside people. No, people don't think, they don't see potential. They don't see the strong prospect that art actually have to offer. And then, so being able to think in this line, I've been able to mentor her, I've been able to do this diligently. Because oftentimes I go to her house every weekend, like on Saturday like this, I'll go to her Maple house to teach her art and they teach her the use of art materials. And sometimes we spend hours. We spend 3 hours, we spend 5 hours. A 9 year old. So where other children are busy with playing game,
mm,
she's here developing her talent. You
mm,
see that? So our parents help her to like having a sense of focus in grooming her talent was in place. And then for me, also going there was not something enjoyable, was not a smooth ride. There were days I walk in the rain. I mean, it's raining heavily, and I would be in the rain, walking and going to teach this young girl.
mm,
And then nobody saw me in those moments. Nobody, only
mm,
God. So what people see today is a reward of private or secret sacrifices that are made that nobody saw. Yes, that is God rewarding your secret diligence. That is what God does. What people see is the output, but they didn't see the input. The
mm,
input are the dedication, the
mm,
diligence, the commitment when it was not easy. Like if somebody has showed me, like, oh, the reason why you are doing this because you are doing it because there's the end goal is to become popular.
yeah.
Yay! That you will stay there because you know the end. I don't know the end goal. I
Right.
don't. I was only enjoying the journey. I
Mm,
was only enjoying the process. The question is, do you know how many people have ventured into what God has assigned them to do, what God has told them to do, but they despise the days of little beginning because they feel like nobody is acknowledging what they are doing, nobody is appreciating what they are doing, nobody is applauding their efforts. The Bible says, if we do not give up in due season, we shall receive our reward. Too
mm,
many of us give up too soon because we like, oh, we want to arrive before our time.
mm,
We want to show up before our time, and it does not work that way. Because every seed have their season.
right.
When you plant a corn and you plant a cocoa, they cannot come out at the same time because they are just different seeds. Right. So instead of you despising the seed that God has given to you, and instead of you to focus on cultivating what God has handed over to you, you are busy looking at somebody who is planting a maize. I say, oh, look at that person. I planted before him, but he has an harvest now. No. For me, it was never that way. And for me, it was more of being interested in other people. When you make it your life mission to help other people, you'll not be far from help. Nah, you will not. I mean, I spoke about it in a book, like I wanted to board plane. I don't have the money. But because of what I didn't do it because I want to board the plane. But boarding a plane for the first time happened, the virtue of having interest in helping somebody.
Yeah.
So there are many things we are asking God for. But if we go out of our way to do some of the things we're doing for other people, then God will use those things to open doors for us to get what we desire, even beyond.
Yeah.
So for me, that is what exactly happened around with Ayomekun. And with that, there's a challenge that came with that. Like some people say, you're using R to become popular. Human beings will always talk. People will always say one or two things. I said that I know who I believe. I know who has called me. I know the grace that I carry. And that's why when you read my story, you just see different kind of people. My life is not built around one person. Nah. At the time I spoke to her, I said, I spoke to her. I said, time is coming. The time I'm sharing with 5 hours, I'm sharing with you. That 5 hours will become 5 hours I want to share with 500 people. From sharing 5 hours with one person and being faithful and being committed, God can expand your capacity. So from one person to 500. You see now, impact from one person, that same 5 hours you can spend it with 500.
Right.
Or with 50. Or with 5,000.
Yeah.
But it depends on your attitude while you're dealing with one person. So many people today want to give to 1 million people, but they cannot give to one person.
One person, right.
So they're waiting for when I have 1 million.
When they have the platform.
Yes. No. Do whatever you have to do. Do it now. So I think that it is just God honoring my faithfulness, honoring my commitment, and using it to open doors. And from working, so you also realize there's a transitioning from working with children to working with youth, to working with young adults, to working with older adults. Look at that transitioning. So somebody can look and say, there was a time they used to call me, babe away. But today, I work with different people.
Right.
So it's not just about working with particular population or categories, but God can expand your reach.
Right.
Depending on how committed you are and how faithful you are in what He has committed to your hand.